You don't have to spend lots of money to enjoy Venice. The city is so interesting architecturally, historically, and culturally that you can easily spend the day marveling at the sights and attractions around you. However, that isn't to say that you can visit Venice on a budget, as there are lots of activities you can do in Venice without breaking the bank. This video is brought to you by Answerly, a question platform that pays you for adding high-quality answers on different questions. The users are rewarded in Answerly tokens, which they can easily convert into dollars or any other cryptocurrency by using one of the exchanges mentioned in the description. Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about 50 free things to do in Venice, Italy. So without further ado, let's get started. 1. St. Mark's Square. The most famous square in Venice, the iconic piazza is free to visit, but buy anything from the cafes around the square and you'll pay through the nose for it. 2. Basilica San Marco. One of the most popular free things to do in Venice, the queues for the Basilica San Marco in St. Mark's Square can be off-putting, but they do move relatively quickly. 3. Rialto Bridge. Find a spot in the canal on one of the jetties alongside the bridges for that classic Venice photo, or take one of the Vaporetto water buses which pass under the bridge to see it from the water. 4. Rialto Market. The Rialto Market is one of the last remaining markets in Venice and is under threat as most visitors don't buy anything from here. 5. Bridge of Sighs. So called as this was the last breath of fresh air the prisoners had before heading between the courtrooms and the prisons. The Bridge of Sighs is now much less depressing and is a popular photo spot, especially with a gondola sailing underneath. 6. Views from the Accademia Bridge. One of the best views of Venice, the Ponte dell'Accademia, crosses the Grand Canal and leads to the splendid Galleria dell'Accademia. 7. Free walking tour in Venice. If you love wandering the streets on your own, sometimes you really need a local guide to show you what is what and share some fascinating facts about the city. 8. Giardini. The underrated location, the gardens of Venice are a lovely place to escape from the crowds and enjoy some peace and quiet or have a picnic on the grass. 9. Gondola spotting. Spotting is ridiculously easy as there seems to be hundreds of gondolas floating down every canal. 10. Basilica Santa Maria della Salute. This beautiful church provides a gorgeous backdrop for photographs all along the canal, and up close it is just as stunning. 11. San Giorgio Maggiore Church. This lovely church is like an art gallery inside, as the walls are adorned with paintings. Pick up an information card which has details of the artwork around the church, including one of Tintoretto's last paintings, The Last Supper. 12. Glass exhibition in the Stanze del Vetro. Behind the San Giorgio Maggiore Church, you'll find a museum with a free exhibition on the master of glass, French artist Maurice Marino, showcasing his striking glassware. 13. Musical History Museum. One of the few museums in Venice which doesn't charge an entry fee, the Museo della Musica is inside the lovely San Maurizio Church and houses a collection of historical musical instruments. 14. Shopping Center Views. At the Fondaco dei Tedeschi shopping arcade, you can enjoy one of the best views in Venice without paying a penny. 15. Jewish Ghetto Neighborhood. Island Venice is a cluster of islands, city blocks separated from each other by canals. In 1516, Venice's Jewish community was confined to one such island called the Ghetto, as this was where iron was gettato or smelted. 16. ACQUA Alta Bookshop. This fabulous second-hand bookshop has become famous on Instagram for its book staircase and gondola filled with books, but don't be put off. 17. Window Shopping. Venice is a window shopper's delight, with many small shops sporting inviting window displays featuring artful blown glass from Murano Island. 18. Lace makers and colorful houses on Burano. Burano is a must-see in Venice, and combined with Murano and Torcello, a visit to this colorful island is a fantastic day trip from Venice. 19. Glass blowing in Murano. The island of Murano became the glass-making center of Venice in 1291 when the Venetian Republic ordered all furnaces to be moved from Venice due to the high risk of fires. 20. Lido Beach Day. Few people consider Venice as a beach destination, but the island of Lido has several miles of sandy beaches to enjoy. 21. Get lost, walk the streets. Probably the usual thing to do in Venice is simply wander around and get lost. The main streets in Venice can get choked with people. 22. Casino Venier. Casino Venier dates back to 1750 and occupies the first floor of a nondescript building looking out over the narrow Paraterri Canal. 23. Scala Contarini del Bovolo. The so-called snail staircase must rank as one of the best hidden sites to track down in Venice, lost in a maze of narrow streets not far from Rialto. 24. Guisiti. Not only is there no entrance charge, but the Guisiti boasts an important collection of paintings and Trompe l'oeil sculptures. 25. Orsoni Color Library. The magical place where the smalti are kept is the Color Library, a display of more than 3,500 colors of different tones and shades. 26. Sala San Marco Biblioteca. Sala San Marco has been open to the public, housing a vast medical library, a quite terrifying collection of historical medical instruments and illustrations. 27. San Michele Cemetery. From the Vaporetto stop at Fondamente Nove, it takes just a couple of minutes to reach the red brick walls and tall cypress trees that encircle Venice's cemetery on the island of San Michele. 28. Casa di Tintoretto. Although there is a plaque outside, it's not possible to go in and visit the Grand Palazzo where Jacopo Tintoretto lived and painted. 29. St. Mark Basilica. From its 4 great bulbous domes outside to its 1.5 square miles of glimmering mosaics covering the splendid interior, there's nothing understated about Venice's mother church. 30. Wander St. Mark Square. Piazza San Marco is an elegant colonnaded square lined with swanky cafes, jewelry stores, and glass shops. 31. Castello. The Serene Republic's shipyard, or arsenal, occupies a large swath of eastern Venice. 32. Let off some steam in the Giardini Publizzi. Beyond a few frustratingly unreachable private gardens, green space is in short supply in Venice. 33. Look at the incredible artworks in San Zaccaria. This church was begun in Gothic style in the 1440s, but completed in Renaissance style 50 years later by Mauro Codusi. 34. San Polo and Santa Croce. Visit for the daily produce market, which has been held here since 1097, or drop by of an evening when the market area becomes a buzzing nightlife hub. 35. Ghetto Islands. The jauntily hued houses of this fishing island in the northern lagoon look like the result of a bunch of children let loose with a giant paint box. 36. Visit the Museo del VETRO'S collection of historic glassware. The Museo del Vetro boasts an important collection of historic glassware, including some Roman pieces. 37. Royal Gardens of Venice. The ultimate place to take a break in Venice since it was constructed in the early 1800s. You'll notice it's oddly quiet here despite its proximity to such popular sites and attractions. 38. Visit San Giorgio del Greci. The Greek Orthodox Cathedral of St. George, San Giorgio dei Greci, is the oldest and most important and historic church of the Orthodox diaspora. 39. Learn about the city's musical history. Near the Renaissance-heavy Scuola Grande di San Rocco Art Museum in the San Polo Sestiere, you'll find Museo della Musica, a free museum dedicated to all things musical in Venice. 40. Attend one of Venice's many festivals. Venice plays host to many colorful festivals throughout the year, but perhaps the best known is Carnival. 41. The Zattere. For all their winding charm, many of Venice's narrow, serpentine streets can get congested and disorienting. 42. Palazzo Contarini del Bovolo. The Palazzo Contarini del Bovolo may be small by Venetian palatial standards, but its multi-arc spiral staircase makes it one of the most photogenic facades in the picturesque city. 43. Festa della Redentore. The Festa del Redentore, held annually on the third weekend in July, dates back to the 16th century when Venetians gave for deliverance from the plague. 44. Galleria dell'Accademia. Galleria dell'Accademia makes for a fascinating visit, especially if you're a fan of Renaissance painting. 45. Lista di Spagna. If you like the buzz and shops and crowds, take a long slow walk through Lista di Spagna, Estrada Nuova. 46. Take a tour of all the parks of Venice. It's true, Venice is more about stones and trees and plants, but there are some lovely little oases of peace and green even here. 47. Giardini Napoleonici. Situated among Riva dei Seven Martiri, Viale Trieste, and Via Garibaldi, in the Sestiere di Castello, they're the most extended green area of Venice. 48. Giardini Papadopoli. They're situated by Piazzale Roma, and it's the first park you encounter as you enter the city from the bus terminal. 49. Pineta di Sant'Elena. This is the green area on the island of Sant'Elena, and it's called Pineta since all the trees are pine trees. It's an open space without gates or fences. 50. Canariego. Venice's Jewish community has a long, rich history. There are plenty of places to grab inexpensive food here, but you don't have to spend anything to enjoy the area. And there you have it. Have you been to Venice, Italy? What are your favorite things to do in Venice? Let's know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you like this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. To learn more about Answerly and Answerly tokens, check out the links in the description.